What's up? We're back. ONTL Geek. Continuing on with our road to the title here in singles. We got two more matches for you in this little title picture we have. We have this match today, Tyler Burch and Eli McCaig. They are playing for the chance to be in a number one contenders match against our free-for-all MVP, Brittany Tapley. And with me on the desk to do this with me is Joe Fairley, the double-belted champion of ONTL Geek.
Hi, I'm looking forward to this. We're nearly there. We're almost at the end of this little title picture, and both these players are fantastic. I know Tyler very well from fandom and all the work we do over with the video store there, and of course I know Eli from being my team partner here, who is already a champion in this league. So this guy, I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. This should be a really fun, exciting match. Tyler coming in with a KO last time. KO Devontae King, insane performance, and then Eli just edging out Alex in his last match. But enough from us. We'll hear what these two guys have to say right now in promos.
Hello, everyone. It's so great to be back, and it's so great to be going up against a great competitor like Tyler Burch. Now, look, I heard about the KO. Does it? But hey, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I get knocked out or if I get TKO'd or if I win via going to the last round and he's able to answer a question. Because all that matters is that we both have a great geek match. Tyler, I respect your knowledge so much. I even remember when I played you in the original teams tournament with Brittany as my partner, that you were a great competitor then, you're still a great competitor, and I am looking forward to having a great match and maybe, hopefully, getting to that number one contendership match. So, all that being said, I can't wait for the match.
He has way more personality in promos than I do, so he's already winning in that regard. But no, I'm happy to be here. Excited to get to play against Eli, not someone that I've gone to, other than, the team match that we had last year in that team's tournament, not someone that I've gone to go against in singles, so I'm really excited. Always fun to play someone new, especially because he's beating some really good players to get here. So I know it's going to be quite a match. I go on and on, but I'm just excited to be here, ready to test some knowledge. Hope to have a good match against Eli, and we're going to see where things go and see if there's a next step.
Oh, interesting promos. Eli, of course, being the upbeat, energetic face that he is sometimes. And Tyler coming in cool, confident like he did last match. So we'll see if he can replicate that result.
Yeah, I forgot actually that before becoming part of the Winter Soldiers, Eli was partnered with Brittany, who is now partnered with Tyler.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's going to be any hard feelings from Eli at the moment.
It all comes full circle. We'll hop right in to the match. Introducing first, with a record of 2 wins, no defeats, we have Eli McCaig. And his opponent with 2 wins, no defeats, and a knockout. He is Tyler Burch. All right, gentlemen. Round 1, you know how it works. 10 questions from 10 different questions in the geek realm. You get 20 seconds to answer each and every question. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get anything. If you do get all 10 questions correct, you will get a bonus question for an extra point. And then you have 3 repeats and challenge throughout the duration of the match. Are there any questions before we hop into round number 1?
Does my internet seem okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
All good.
Eli,
All right, Joe, why don't you go ahead and give them their first question?
Oh, I'd be honored. Gentlemen, your first question comes in the category of sci-fi killers. Which sci-fi film takes place in 1997?
I wasn't born yet in the year 1997.
Get Out. I was 8. Get Out.
I was 2.
Yeah.
I was 3. Does that make me Joe's favorite?
5.
Everyone just this corner here, just
3,
can stay.
2, 1. Pens down. I'm the victim again. We'll go to Tyler.
Predator 2.
And Eli.
Predator 2.
Predator 2 is correct.
Recently watched that for the first time.
I don't hate it. Your next question is going to be an MCU. In Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, what is the term for possessing a dead body in another universe and using it, which Strange does to try and stop Wanda?
I like when a new movie gets added, you just sort of get a question dump for like
Yeah.
5 matches in a row. Every time.
I've,
This is
like,
eligible.
I've been itching to use like a lot of No Way Home and the Batman questions because like I love those movies now.
And that's the thing. Once you sort of, for our positions, once you study it and you have questions down, like I'm going to use this one, I can use this one.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Eli
Dreamwalking?
and Tyler.
Couldn't remember possession.
Dreamwalking is correct. So Eli strikes first blood.
As we move into your third question, which is going to come in the category of DC. Who directed Superman 2? I'm a big fan of this one.
I like the other one better, personally. I
like the first two a lot, and I think they flow in quite well together. And
they flow. I just think this one can like drag a little bit at times.
There are some great. I think the finale of this is fantastic, though.
I agree. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna go to Tyler
Yes, Richard Lester.
and Eli.
Richard Lester.
Richard Lester is correct. Your fourth question is going to come in Wizarding World. In Order of the Phoenix, name 2 characters who transport Harry from the Dursleys to the headquarters of the Order of the Phoenix.
So my wife has just started watching these movies.
Oh.
I was at work today. I asked her what she was up to. She said, "I'm just chilling, watching Chamber of Secrets." I was like, it should be fun.
Like the best text you could ever receive from somebody. Just watching Chamber of Secrets.
I know she was good. She was choosing yesterday. Is it Philosopher's Stone or do I watch Fellowship of the Ring? And I was like,
Can I get a repeat?
Okay. Tyler's
let's
first.
repeat.
In Order of the Phoenix, name 2 characters who transport Harry from the Dursleys to the headquarters of the Order of the Phoenix.
I know she's read the Harry. She's read the Harry Potter, so I was like, maybe watch them, and it's fine. Fellowship, you got 3 hours.
What I used to do is like read one book, then watch the movie, then read the next book, and then watch the movie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Eli
I said Nymphadora Tonks and Mad-Eye Moody.
and Tyler.
I also put Flunks and Mad Eye Moody.
Both correct. You have also accepted Remus Lupin and Kingsley Shacklebolt.
Can I get a new pen real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, Joe, with their next question.
Absolutely. Our next question is going to come in the category of Marvel. In 2005's Fantastic Four, what does Ben's fiance leave on the ground for him after the team saves the day on the Brooklyn Bridge?
I think my biggest Marvel hot take is that I really enjoy this movie. Like, I really like it.
Funnily enough, this is one thing that features a location that I've actually been to. Usually there's a lot of American geography. I've actually been to the Brooklyn Bridge. So that's fun.
Yeah, Yosemite? What's that?
It's a Star Trek. I'll leave it.
4, 3,
Free Solo. Great movie.
1. Pens down. Tyler
I just said ring.
and Eli.
Her engagement ring.
We will accept both.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Into question number 6, which is in everybody's favorite quotes. Which Wizarding World actor says the line, "Even if we make mistakes, do terrible things, we can try to make things right. And that's what matters, trying."
I'm going to do a new thing coming up. This seems to be the one that gets. This seems to be the sort of question that gets repeated a lot. I'm going to probably write down on my board whether it was actor or character from now on. I think that might be a good way to go.
I've used more repeats than any other question. It was like, shit, was it a character, actor, or movie? I can never remember. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Eli.
Said Michael Gambon.
And Tyler.
So Daniel Radcliffe.
Both incorrect. It is Eddie Redmayne
Oh,
from The Secrets of Dumbledore.
you got me on that one.
With that, there will be no perfect rounds. Fortunately.
No
that was the
dabs
one
from
I was fine with missing. That was the one I was like, if I miss it, I'm fine with that.
There'll be no dabs from Alex this evening, but we will move on to your next question, which is in the category of Middle Earth. How is Theoden mortally wounded during the Battle of Minas Tirith in Return of the King?
And we need some level of specificity, so not an entirely general answer.
I'm not going to do it. General answer. I did it. I couldn't
General
help
answer.
myself.
Have you watched How I Met Your Mother?
All 9 seasons, and quite a lot more than once.
Yep, same here.
Best
That's
Burger
like
in
my
New
fall
York.
TV. That's like my fall TV show binge. I
Best
like
Burger
one
in New
time.
York's one of my favorites. That's a good episode.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Tyler.
I feel like this is gonna get me stabbed in chest.
And Eli.
A horse falls on him.
We can accept a horse falls on him. He's thrown from his horse, also crushed by the horse. Horse falls on him. We will accept that. So Eli now takes a 2-point lead.
When you said specify, I was like, do you want like what the ring wraith is riding on? That
I just
causes
didn't
that?
want
I was
like I just didn't want like he falls or something, like he falls
Okay.
on his horse or something. Your next question is in DCEU. In Man of Steel, who do the Kryptonians question first about the whereabouts of Cal's Phantom Drive?
Go back to Superman again. Again, this is one that it took me a while, but it grew on me.
Yeah, this is like one of those movies where like I watched it the first time and I was like, hell yeah, like I love this. I absolutely love it. I know it's not popular, but like
I think for me, the first time I was expecting the Superman I grew up with, which was but seeing it in the new light, modern take, that's what made it grow on me. And Cavill slaps.
4, 3,
Repeat.
2. All right, Eli's first. In Man of Steel, who do the Kryptonians question first about the whereabouts of Cal's Phantom Drive? I've had many an argument with a lot of people about this movie and almost everything about it.
But then, thankfully, the follow-up movie came along, which everybody universally loved.
1. Pens down. We're going to go to Eli.
I didn't write it in time. I was going to say Dr. Hamilton.
And Tyler.
So Lois Lane.
Both incorrect. It's Martha Kent. Martha Kent. Tyler, you're breaking up a little bit, so if you want to maybe leave and come back. All right. Joe, next question.
Absolutely. Your penultimate question is going to come in the category of Star Trek. What was the first Star Trek film to feature the death of a main Enterprise crew member? I love this franchise.
This is probably the last Geek franchise I got used to. This is the one I didn't watch. I watched the least of growing up, probably.
Yeah, I grew up watching The Next Generation, so that definitely eases into some of those movies. And I think from what I've heard, makes some of those movies a bit more palatable.
4, 3, 2,
Hi.
1. Pens down. We're going to go to Tyler.
Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
And Eli.
I'm going to be upset if it's not Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan.
That is correct.
Okay.
The kid told him. I heard it.
The GOAT.
And
Well, the only reason why is because I was thinking of stuff from the motion picture. I was like, wait a second. Are they trying to trip me up?
we had that argument in testing. Your last question of the round is in mixed bag. Mixed bag. Who plays Jenny Blake, Cliff's girlfriend, in The Rocketeer? This movie slaps. And now I think Joe's frozen, so that's fun.
That was me. Someone's in. I thought everyone was in. I thought it was Tyler because he went first.
Almost lost you there.
Tyler went first, and I
Four,
thought, not again, not during a question, but it was just me. It's okay.
1. Pens down. Eli.
Childhood crush, Jennifer Connelly.
And Tyler.
Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly is correct. So strong end of the round for both competitors. But at the end of it, I have Eli in the lead, 8-6.
That's what I have. Both competitors also using 1 repeat each. Challenge is still intact. So we're going to move on to round number 2. Round 2 works like this. You'll be pleased to know no wheels because everyone saw what happened at Multiplex this weekend. It was opponent's choice chaos. But here, you just chose what one you wanted to remove from the wheel. We spun it 3 times. We got 3 categories. Those 3 categories tonight are the DCEU, the MCU, and DC. Eli, as the player in the lead, you will have the opportunity to decide whether you want to choose your category first and whether you want to answer your questions first. The category that's not picked will be saved for round 3. So, Eli, would you like to pick first?
I would like to pick first, and I would like to go second.
Okay. What category would you like to pick?
It's so tempting because I like all 3 of these categories. So I'm going to say DCEU. I'm going to say DCEU.
Okay, DCEU for Eli. That leaves MCU and DC for Tyler.
I'll go MCU.
Okay, so DC will be saved until round number 3.
I don't think MCU has ever been saved for round 3.
No.
I was thinking about it a little bit.
And as Tyler wants to go first, Tyler, I will give you your questions as Eli is my team's partner. It's only fair, even though we are also faction partners, but it's fine. So Tyler, are you ready for your questions in the MCU?
Yeah, let's do it.
Your first question. Which MCU film features a villain known as the Dweller in Darkness?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
For 2 points. Yeah. Your second question. What is the name of the realm that Thor, Rocket, and Groot visit to get a new weapon for Thor in Avengers Infinity War?
I'm going to go multiple because I feel like I'm going to say it wrong.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Alfheim, B, Nidavellir, C, Nilfheim, or D, Svartalfheim?
Nidavellir.
That is correct for 1 point. I'd also like to point out that Thor pronounces it Nidavellir, which really gets on my... Never mind. In Captain Marvel, Carol goes back into the Skrull control room to get what possession of hers before leaving the ship? Five, 4, 3,
Multiple choice.
2. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, boots, B, belt, C, gun, or D, helmet?
Boots.
For 1 point. Your penultimate question in the MCU. Mark Ruffalo appears in how many MCU films?
We'll give you a little bit extra time for this one.
Okay.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I'm going to go for it. 7.
That is incorrect. Eli, chance for a 2-point steal.
Okay, well, the one that would have been 7 is now off the table, so I'm going to say 6.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for 8 films, those films being Avengers, Iron Man 3, Age of Ultron, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers Infinity War, Captain Marvel, Avengers Endgame, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
3 post-credit scenes, and you.
Oh my
I
god. Okay, yeah.
I didn't even think about Captain Marvel.
That's what got me too. Yep.
So, Tyler, your final question in MCU. In Guardians of the Galaxy, where in the kiln does one of the guards tell the other prisoners to kill Gamora, as it will create less mess?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, the control room, B, the garbage room, C, the showers, or D, the warden's quarters?
The showers?
For 1 point.
So I have Tyler up to 11. Eli still at 8.
That's what I have.
Cool. All right. Eli, here come your questions in the category of the DCEU.
Alrighty.
First question. Which DCEU film features the villain being defeated by his own energy blasts being absorbed and redirected towards him? Five, 4.
Multiple choice. Because I think I know the answer, but
Your options are A, Suicide Squad, B, Wonder Woman, C, Justice League, or D, Shazam.
no, Wonder Woman.
That is correct for 1 point.
Yeah, that popped in my head. I was like, interesting.
In Man of Steel, who sacrifices themselves by flying their plane into Zod's ship at the end of the film?
Colonel Hardy.
Correct for 2 points. What is Eugene's superpower when the whole family gains their new abilities in Shazam?
He's fast.
That is incorrect. Chance for 2 points steal for Tyler.
Oh,
He can shoot lightning blasts.
That is correct for a big 2 point steal.
yeah, Darla's the fast one.
Your fourth question. Who plays Henry Allen in Justice League?
Billy Crudup.
That is correct for 2 points. And your
And a
final
tie
question. Yep, that is correct. And your final question. In Birds of Prey, who is the first person Harley tells about her and Joker's breakup?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Cassandra Cain, B, Dinah Lance, C, Renee Montoya, or D, Roman Sionis.
Dinah.
That is correct for 1 point. And the lead. So at the end of round number 2, Eli has a 1 point advantage, 14 to Tyler's 13.
Yeah, close
All right.
match. What you'd want for a pre-number one contenders match.
So that leads us to round number 3. Round 3 works like this. Both DCEU and MCU were chosen by our competitors. That means DC is left for round number 3. The player in the lead will choose if they want set 1 or set 2. We will go until someone is mathematically eliminated, or of course we run out of questions. So, Eli, you still have that 1 point advantage. Do you want set number 1 or set number 2?
Because this is for a number 1 contendership match, I will pick number 1.
A valid choice. So Tyler, you get set number 2. All right, Tyler, I will go ahead and actually no, Joe, you go ahead and administer Tyler his questions.
Okay, Tyler, from set 2, your 2 point question. Who directed Joker?
Todd Phillips.
2 points.
Okay, bounces it back to Eli for his 2-pointer. Your question. Who directed Superman Returns?
The unfortunate Bryan Singer.
Correct on both counts. It's the lead right back.
Okay, Tyler. Your 3-point question. In DC. Which DC film features the world's nuclear weapons being thrown into the sun?
Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
For 3 points.
Back and forth we go. Eli, your 3-pointer. Which DC film features characters infiltrating an embassy in London? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Red 2.
For 3 points and the lead right back. Nice pull.
I wasn't for sure if those were in the mixed bag category, if they counted for these.
Nope, it's a DC film.
So here's where we're at. If Tyler hits his 5-pointer, he will bounce it back to Eli. We'll have to answer his 5-pointer. If Tyler misses, then Eli will progress to the number 1 contenders match. Tyler, are you ready for your 5-pointer?
Yep.
In a history of violence, name both food and drink items the 2 criminals order at Tom's Diner before they attack the waitress. Five, 4, 3.
Repeat.
2. Okay. In a history of violence, name both food and drink items the 2 criminals order at Tom's Diner before they attack the waitress. Five, 4.
I don't know. Milk and waffles.
And your winner, advancing to the number 1 contenders match, Eli McCaig, is coffee and pie. Gotta have some of that delicious pie. So what a match. Back and forth we went. 2-point difference out of round 1, 1 point out of round 2, and a 1-point finish here at the end. We'll hop into post-match interviews, starting with our unfortunate loser today, Tyler Burch. Look, man, you had a little stumble there in round 1, had a couple of drops, you probably went back, but you had a big 2.2 in his Worlds of DC round, and you were able to manage that NMCU round pretty well. So how you feeling?
I mean, not great. Obviously, you want to win. And I should have been more confident in my MCU one, because for the most part, I knew him. I just went to multiple because I second guessed, and that just happens sometimes when you don't get to feel like you've studied to the point where you're ready. So, it sucks, because second guessing myself is probably what definitely delayed, or it would have at least gone to him having to answer a 5 if I hadn't second guessed myself, and so that sucks. But no, I mean, Eli put up a really good fight, and so I'm happy for him that he gets to go and play Brittany.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you both played incredibly well. This is probably one of the most exciting singles matches we've had this year. Definitely a far cry from your last couple matches, which really have not been very close. It just shows how terrific of a player you are. So going forward, this does mean the end of this road to the belt this year in singles for you. However, there's a 16-team teams tournament going on right now with you and your partner, Brittany Tapley, as Duel of the Fates. You guys are the number 3 seed in this tournament. So how you feeling about that?
I mean, I'm feeling good. Now I'm going to focus up and try to, catch up on some of the things I haven't gotten to catch up for ONTL to get to my shortcomings. But no, I'm really excited about that. I think that we're gonna kick some ass, and I mean, Brittany's at the top of her game, and I'm just gonna start hitting the books and get ready for that. So I'm excited for excited for that tournament. Excited to see how we do, but I think we're going to be placing pretty high on that.
Yeah,
Awesome.
you absolutely should be excited, I think, because you have done so well throughout this title picture, and also, but now going into teams somewhere that you're so familiar and so used to success with, I think it's gonna. I'm sure you're looking forward to showing what you can do as a team in this division.
Absolutely.
Anyway, man, thank you so much for being here. Unfortunately, it didn't go your way this time, but we will definitely see you back in the teams tournaments and later on in singles.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Hop into our winner today, Eli. Look, man, you've been around these leagues for even longer than I have and Joe have combined. So, I mean, now you are back in a familiar position for you in a number one contenders match. But to talk about the match first, you started out strong. You had a 2-point lead out of round one. You missed an opportunity there to kind of get a bigger one with an MCU steal. And you gave up that one steal in Worlds of DC, but it didn't affect you that much because Tyler still misses 5. So overall, how you feeling?
I mean, I'll be honest. Even though I was going into round 3 with the lead, I was still thinking to myself, okay, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Especially when we got to that red 2 question. I was like, anything can happen. This could be the movie I'm thinking of, or it could be a completely different movie that I'm not even thinking of. So yeah, I'm still in like shock that that's even happened, because I haven't been even close to a title match in years. Like the last time I was even in a singles title match was against Robert Parker in multiplex all those years ago. So yeah, this is being this close. And Joe, not to take any offense to the team's title belt that we currently hold, but when it comes to singles and anything, I've never gotten that opportunity in a long time. So being able to like just be one match closer, that's especially when it's against Brittany, who I've played with. So it's like it's all full circle-ish when you're thinking about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you obviously, having just mentioned it, you do not have a teams tournament to play in, so you have this sort of focus now. How are you now feeling, knowing that you've got Brittany coming up in a number one contenders match for a potential title match?
I mean, to say I'm not intimidated would be a major lie and a disservice to her, because if you're going up against Brittany, you need to be on your A game. You need to be at least mildly intimidated, or you need to be intimidated by her, because she's been able to prove herself in multiple different divisions and multiple different leagues. So if no one were to take Brittany seriously, then I don't know what they're thinking about right now. So yeah, I'm gonna try to focus myself. That way I can't make those unnecessary mistakes again, like I did in the DCEU and that MCU question and the few that I made in round number 1. I'm going to make sure those mistakes don't happen again when I go up against Brittany, because again, I already know there's a high likelihood of Brittany getting a perfect round 1. So all I have to do is make sure that I can actually stay with her by the end of the match. So yeah, I've just got to keep myself focused.
Absolutely. Well, man, congrats on your big win today. We will see you very soon for this highly anticipated match against your former team partner, Brittany, for a chance to play your current team partner, Joe Fairley, for that singles belt. So we'll see you real soon, man. All right, Joe, let's wrap this one in a bow. Any final thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. I thought both competitors neck and neck pretty much throughout the match, just coming down really to those 5-pointers, which tend to be the thing that separates most players in this division. And now we've got number one contender match, Brittany versus Eli. I think it's going to be a fantastic match, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing it, because I think it's going to be a great match.
Absolutely. Well, anyway, from all of us here at ONTL, thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't watched the matches that led up to this one, please go back and watch all of them. It's very, very important for the whole canon and things like that, whatever. But also check out our teams tournament that's currently going on. We're flying through round 1, heading into round number 2. Lots of exciting stuff happening. We got KOs, we got perfect rounds, we got records being smashed left and right. Check out regular singles, regular teams, and all that good stuff. So for myself, from Joe, from Eli, from Tyler, this has been ONTL Geek. And as always, guys, stay cool.
stay classy.